What's up, guys? Beautiful fall day today here, and while we might not be highlighting any specific vehicles in this video, we do have some very exciting new toys. So in last June, I graduated high school, and as one of my graduation presents, my grandparents got me a very generous Snap-on gift card, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. I actually let it sit on my desk for probably 2 months before I finally was able to make a decision on the Snap-on website of what I wanted to purchase. So let's head into the garage and let's check out what I decided on. So I wanted to provide a little context. I'm not exactly sure where it is right now, but for years, as long as I can remember, we had this very basic mechanical Husky torque wrench, and we used that to torque down all of our wheels. And for the past 2 years probably, the ratchet function has been broken on that wrench. So it was a no-brainer to pick up this flex head TECHWRENCH from Snap-on. This was obviously a huge upgrade from the Husky torque wrench, and that used up about half of my gift cards right there in one tool. Understandably so, because it's Snap-on. I'm not even gonna try to hide the other tool. I got the 14.4 volt Longreach ratchet, and as you can see, previously, a lot of Pittsburgh tools here. That's a Pittsburgh breaker bar. Very basic Husky pneumatic tools up here. Very generic Stanley socket set. I'm really not rocking any expensive tools. We have some rigid power tools here that I share with my dad, but all the tools I purchased, I mean, yeah, these are nice and all, but who knows how long they're gonna last. So I'm really excited to be building a high quality tool set, starting with these two tools here. So let's jump into some of the cool features of each of these tools. So let's start off here with the 1/2-inch drive flex head TECHWRENCH torque wrench. So this torque wrench boasts a torque range of 25 to 250 foot-pounds, which is a really solid range. It has high accuracy torque percentages. Not really sure what those numbers mean online, but you're free to go check them out if you're interested in the torque accuracy. The keypad here is super simple. It only has 4 buttons, and each button has its own function. They're not multi-function buttons, which keeps things very simple. We have a power button, we have a units button, and then we have an increase and decrease button for the torque preset. There's a really nice soft rubber grip on it. It's really comfortable in your hand, and on the bottom of the grip here there's this little flat edge, so that keeps it from rolling off of flat surfaces. You don't have to worry about this falling and breaking. This 1/2-inch flex head moves up to 15 degrees, which I've already found to be very helpful. It has a built-in low battery indicator, and I've already noticed just by using it here that it automatically shuts off after a minute or two of not being used, which is great. Definitely helpful for saving those batteries. And speaking of which, it only takes 3 AAA batteries in here, which really isn't too bad. Came in this awesome, pretty rigid feeling plastic storage case, so you don't have to worry about picking up a case for it. And last but not least, I opted to purchase myself a little 1/2-inch drive adapter here should I need that. And you have a little bit of storage space down there, as well as next to the handle here for any adapters or potential instructions that you want to leave inside the box here. And the one feature I forgot to mention, which is by far my favorite feature of all, is that when you reach your specified torque preset, the torque wrench will prompt you and alert you both audibly and physically with a little vibration in the handle here. So as you can see, right next to the display here, there's a little speaker. So this will alert you audibly, and then in the handle, in the grip here itself, it has some vibration similar to an Xbox controller or your iPhone vibrating when you receive an alert on vibrate, and I found it to be really helpful in reaching my specified torque presets. I have only used this once. I used it 2 days ago to help my dad swap out his summer wheels for his winter wheels and tires, and this made the job a breeze. It made torquing down the wheels a lot more enjoyable, especially the flex head. My dad's car doesn't have tremendous offset. In fact, the wheels are tucked in just a little bit. So being able to rotate the head here and keep the handle out away from the body of the car is really nice, opposed to a traditional straight torque wrench where before I wasn't hitting the car, but I had to be very wary not to hit the car. So having a flex head is definitely a huge advantage in my opinion. Some will argue that it's not as durable, but the quality here with Snap-on is really there, and of course it's guaranteed for life, so I'm not tremendously worried about that. But all in all, I'm really psyched to have this new torque wrench. I'm sure it'll last me a very long time. And we're now moving on to the 14.4 volt Lithium Longreach ratchet. As you can see here, I've just charged up my battery, and I should note I actually bought the tool and battery separate from the charger here. I decided to buy the charger separately because I think it was, I don't know, like 20 bucks cheaper, surprisingly, opposed to buying the whole package deal. Pricing may have changed on that since, so don't take my word for it. But anyways, the battery charged up very quickly here, just in that short amount of time that I was taking shots of the torque wrench and giving you the rundown on the features. It's already charged up fully here, so you can go ahead and disconnect the battery from the charger and pop it into the tool here. Simple as that. The battery is amazingly small. It's very impressive how small the battery has gotten on these small handheld tools. Very light in the hand. That's not to say it doesn't feel solid. I can definitely feel the quality in the weight of this. It's definitely a lot lighter than what I'm used to, which is having a big heavy impact battery or drill battery like this. So before I give you too much of my opinion on this, let's jump into some of the features advertised by Snap-on. So as I mentioned, this is the 14.4 volt 1/4 inch drive micro lithium cordless long reach ratchet. So Snap-on advertises this having a torque output of 35 foot-pounds, which sounds pretty decent. They also advertise the maximum RPM being 350 RPM. It does have a variable speed trigger, so it is proportional to how much you squeeze it. It's not just one speed, which is definitely huge. It does have this built-in little LED. We'll talk about that later. And as with on the torque wrench, this also has a nice rubberized grip. Feels really good in the hand. So I literally just pulled this thing out of the box 20 minutes ago here for the first time. I haven't actually gotten to use this tool yet. I probably will be today when I'm working on the Jeep. I'm really excited to use it for the first time. And the reason I kind of laughed at this little LED work light is because it is really nominal and it doesn't put out a ton of light. I'm sure in dark situations it could be helpful, but a lot of people online have actually complained about it protruding out like this, and I agree with them. The design could have been more well thought out. It could have been embedded potentially into this housing right here, opposed to protruding out further, reducing our ability to get into tight spaces. Of course, this is kind of a nitpicky thing. It's not the end of the world. Other than that, I really don't have any major critiques other than the directional switch being made of plastic up here. That is a little bit disappointing. I would have hoped this was made of metal, but it is in fact made of plastic or some sort of composite material from the looks of it here. But anyways, here's a little demonstration. As you can see, you can run it at a very low speed. Pretty impressive how fast this thing can turn. The real question is, how torquey is it? So I'll probably find out today working on the Jeep. I'm obviously gonna have to work with these tools for quite some time before I can give you a really honest review and have a whole lot of feedback for you guys. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys these two new cool Snap-on tools that I'll be using in as many of the future videos as possible. Hopefully you found this video somewhat helpful or enjoyable learning about these two tools. I'm in no way affiliated with Snap-on. I'm not hired by them or anything of that nature, but I do believe that they offer a very high quality product. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go smash that like button, subscribe for more automotive content, and I'll see you guys next time on JD Cars.